All right, before we get started, I just want to say a little bit about a trick that I've learned that can help people come across more naturally in videos. Uh, I learned it 10, 15 years ago now, maybe. I was working at a place in Chicago and we were having this employee appreciation day event where uh, 4 or 5 different people had nominated someone else for an award. But the people doing the nominating had to appear in a video, which they were very reluctant to do uh, naturally. Nobody likes to appear on camera unless that's really their thing. And for these people, it wasn't their thing. So, what I did was I set up a room where the chair that the person was going to be interviewed in was already set up with the camera in place so that I had the perfect shot, I had the audio all figured out, so I wouldn't have to mess with all those technical things that really draw attention to the fact that this is a video. Next, I had the person sit down and I said the 4 magic words. Before we get started, you hear those words, you say those words, and your brain recognizes, oh, okay, we're not going yet. This isn't for real. I can relax. And when you say that to the person you're interviewing, they feel that too. Oh, we're not started. I can chill out. This isn't the real thing yet. Which is exactly where you want them to be for the real thing. Now, unbeknownst to them, sorry, not sorry, I had the video already rolling. Before we get started, can you just tell me who you're nominating and a little bit about why you nominated for this award? And they go into it. They don't have to think about it, they don't have to write it, they don't have to manufacture it. It just comes through. And then when they were done with that answer, I said, okay, that's great, you're done. And their jaws dropped. What? Yeah, I got the video. You were rolling that whole time? And they were angry and happy because they didn't have to go through the torture of psyching themselves up to appear polished in video. Well, it works the same way for yourself. If you have the camera rolling before you get started, and you even say to yourself, okay, before we get started, here's what I'm going to talk about, and just go into it, you're going to come across much more naturally. You can even do it where you have an actual person in the room who you're talking to. Like right now, I've got my almost 2-year-old daughter in the room, and I'm basically talking to her, and you can probably hear her talking back. The reason I'm doing that for this video is to get across how much more naturally you can sound when you're talking to a person in the room versus this technology device that is recording your every word for an audience of billions, right? I repeat, 4 magic words that will make you and anybody you interview feel more natural on camera, and it will come across that way in how they talk. Before we get started, good luck.